sharper cooldowns, and I think it'll be perfect.
Majority is here. Let's go. Also, I want to point out that the fucking I'm loving this alien leak.
Yeah, the Prometheus skin is sick.
No, it's an.
Is that an actual Dead by Daylight leak, or is that?
It's an actual Dead by Daylight leak. It came with the Disney leak.
Yeah.
It's called it. I don't care what they call it. I'm calling it a space jockey.
Come a morph.
I'm going to strangle you.
Finally, the Demogorgon and the Xeno can match. Terrible.
Buddies.
Going at.
When they finally add the Demogorgon and Xenomorph to 2v8.
The cat and dog.
So what all did I miss from yesterday?
Well, the
2 new witnesses.
yeah, they're dating. No, they're married. Never mind. I said ill that they're married.
That's all I remember. Oh, they're married? I thought they were just dating.
No, they said that they had their anniversary.
Their wedding, remember?
Yeah.
Uh.
And we proved that Suzuki could have went the other way because there were construction on the road.
Yeah, could have went down a different road from where the person was stabbed.
Yeah.
Oh, and we also found out that the old guy, like, one of the jurors, fell down.
He has the
like,
same
for some reason, it was some, like, health-related problem.
No, he slipped and fell and busted his head.
Oh. Yeah, and, like, the same build, so victim, or, not the victim, that, Soseki, I think that's his name, saw.
Oh boy, we gotta... That adds a wrench in things.
Mm-hmm.
Objection! I will add something about this... Never mind.
Yeah. I'm not done yet!
Go ahead. In a bit.
I'm not done yet. No, you are.
Nine, my learned friend. It's over. The last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed. The die has been cast. There's no more room for debate. Not one, bitch.
I love it when my internet is uncooperative.
Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but...
Butts are for shitting.
I can't think of what to say. Neo, take over.
Butts are for pooping, mein friend.
Oh, yeah. If I may, Lord Van Zeeks? It seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Casual racism.
More racism.
I'm going to call you a slur. Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this.
Oh!
Van Zeeks would fucking hate Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah. he like throw her across the room.
Look at you, poor.
Shut up!
This bitch is empty. Eat.
Yeet.
I am to my shame still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you will have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant advice essential and her opinions invaluable, Base.
Heck yeah. Mr. Naruhodo!
Let her speak!
One more of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance. So the court will hear you, madam. Great guiding principles is tolerance. Meanwhile, Bonzi's on the other side of like, this close from saying a slur.
Yeah, so he's like crushing another glass in his hand.
I just want to say the. I'm not finishing that sentence.
Continue that sentence, and you will be literally be ejected from this courtroom. Your platform that you're sitting on will be raised high into the air, and you'll be tossed into the air and onto the street.
No,
I am a vampire. This doesn't affect me.
no, he'll be tossed into the air straight into the sun.
Toss him into the sun, yeah.
Go ahead, Mrs.
Alright, also-
Susanto, please.
Very well. Oh, pray what insight can you give us? What have we all overlooked in this moment that you see fit to pursue further?
Hey, Skipper.
Hey, Skipper.
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
What did I miss?
See.
Did
Not
this
much.
start?
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, we just-
Yeah, but Susato's trying to get everybody on their side.
And we also had the very moment where he's like, one of the court's principles is tolerance. Meanwhile, Benzi's just like on the edge of saying a slur. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you? Eh? Ugh.
Mr. Naruhobo, what do you think?
Well, I think they played Naughty Spoonie before.
It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for.
It is going to rain, and it hasn't rained yet. I want it to cool down, so it needs to fucking rain.
It's
The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment.
No, water.
No.
You mentioning that, and why did I immediately think of The Happening?
And of course, he's sure to
What does
ask
that
you to
mean?
explain what the crucial piece of evidence is and why.
Have you never seen The Happening?
So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly
I don't
presented
think
evidence
so.
as thoroughly as
Oh
possible.
my god, we gotta make
Yeah.
you
I
watch.
understand. And
Oh no.
thank you, Mrs. Sato. This is it. Susato-san has managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste.
Burgers talking.
The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord.
Very well.
That's so uncooperative.
The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight to this case and has hitherto been overlooked.
Someone
Oh.
burned this.
Oh, look at this! The book has been badly burnt!
You're right. You never be able to read it in this state. You never be able to read it in this state, especially not the latter pages.
What a terrible waste! Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
A book? Recently damaged by fire? Why did that seem to raise a red flag with me?
Take that!
The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. The fourth book found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as you well know.
Oh.
Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that this evidence in question contained hitherto undiscovered clue. So, I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear? Pick up your DS stylus.
Oh, yes, my lord. It's,
Mr. Lyle, hold on. I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence. Which means you may very well be on the right track.
yes, I think you might be right.
Alright, can I mention my hypothetical about the Zemo now?
So, counsel.
You might have to put it muted.
Okay.
Precisely where is the vital clue into this case?
I'll do that later, it's unknown time.
Fourth book conceals. Yes, puzzle.
Got it. I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
The back? What do you... Good gracious!
Good lord, what's happening in there?
Sweet Christmas! It's been burnt to a crisp.
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim collecting
Don't
a
eat it!
clearly unreliable book?
Well, it's really good.
Nah!
That's my evidence!
Oh, it's tasty.
It's undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
Objection!
Objection!
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Nepalese friend?
Oh,
Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there's nothing to discuss. So, should you wish to assert this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day,
What did happen that day?
pray do enlighten us all. What truth does this chartboard hide?
A charred book. There is just one possibility here which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory.
This one fire. In the bookstore.
Who do we know recently?
No, it's from the,
Who do we know recently that had their apartment burnt?
Oh boy.
Don't keep us waiting any longer then, Council. Explain this theory of yours. I don't know what you're talking about. I had no fire happen in my loft.
Sick. Oh god, I gotta sneeze. Never mind. My lord, the... Oh fuck, do you want to come out or not? No? Okay. My lord, the oh my fucking god!
Are you okay?
No, the sneeze is just
Are you
not...
okay?
The sneeze is wanting to come out, but not.
Uh,
Ugh, those are the worst.
yeah.
My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner. It's not me, I'm not the owner.
I beg your pardon.
Screen. Screen.
Stop moaning.
My screen has to load. We already knew who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor after all. It's obviously hers.
The question of how
This
book...
is not helping more concussion.
The question how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However, as to the question of who the book belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers.
Doubt.
Who said doubt? I'll kill you.
Good gracious. How could you possibly? Very well, I will play along with this futile attempt to delay the inevitable demise. But do remember, the members of the jury may very well burn you on if your little gamble goes awry. I don't like burnt food, Naruhodo. Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court who you claim is the owner of this burnt book.
Take that!
The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Giradeb.
The landlords? Oh, they taste dreadful.
Whether there's some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know of. But of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Miss Giradeb herself.
my goodness. Me? I think you may be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Ganondorf's wife. His maid.
Things would be so much. Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense. All right then. How about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Gurdev's house?
I would never presume to know all the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused landlady, you say? You implicate this hardworking member of the public. I'm just gonna let that one hang there for a minute. Landlady. You dispatch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection.
Fuck you. This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time that the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Girdev's house.
Good lord, what sort of incident, counsel?
A fire, my lord!
Fred, to say it was. Happened in a blink of an eye, you know.
Oh boy.
Also, I realized what his name pun is. It's not much of a pun, it's actually an anagram.
What?
Yeah, I could kind of tell it was.
Bedridden.
Something like that. Yeah.
Whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see
I
a
was
body
thinking
thing.
I was thinking it had something to do with the moon, cause like his face is shaped like a crescent. So I
Didn't
thought it
take
was
long
like
for the fire
given
to
or
spread,
something.
of course. The body furniture started going up as well.
You know, when he was in the war, his men threw him like a boomerang and he came back.
Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride.
He's pissed!
Yep.
Oh god, no! He's going in his final form! Fuck, I don't have enough parts!
You forced me
He
to...
mentioned that The Lion's Pride was his favorite book because when we talked to him, he mentioned he had no idea what that book was.
You have forced my hand, you're forcing me to JoJo. The Lion's Pride. By Jove. The very same title that's the subject of this debate.
Oh dear me.
Objection!
This is risible. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. Which, in this case, it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself from the scene of the crime.
Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord? Discord. Without going into details, it appeared that Mr. Garadev was considerably enraged.
House player makes you exempt from the majority of game-breaking bugs that PC players experience.
What?
We win.
Why are you far away from your room?
Yeah, none of that was English to us.
Blarg.
Not helping.
I'm in Anil and Brurg.
Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Girdev even amid the flames. She's kind of crazy.
Oh, how awful! I can't even imagine being supported to the one you love. Can you, Rolly?
This couple makes me sick. They're too nice.
Can't beat the OGs though. Can't beat Desiree and Ron.
This is Desiree and Ron if they went straight. Like, they didn't do cry.
Absolutely not, sir! My tradition would never rise a thing against me, sir!
Okay, that was
What's
awful.
brain damage? And all my favorite old novels in that case. As soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke.
Whoosh.
Ooh, up in smoke.
Da 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 da.
Now,
Yep.
can y'all understand me now?
Yes.
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 Okay. I mentioned that apparently me being a console player apparently makes me exempt from game-breaking bugs that PC players have to deal with. For some reason.
Console
Interesting.
supremacy. You didn't expect me to come from an
Then the
event.
wife started hurling things at me.
You didn't expect me to come from an event. In 1 second you're distracted and zoom on there.
Alright, back to writing my little blurb.
There I was, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming in tens to the dozen.
The bigger, the better. Like the better, the better.
The man had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him. Goodness gracious, are you suggesting that the books were thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
That.
Probably.
That.
Objection!
That.
Of course he's gonna be like, that's fucking
You all
ridiculous.
sound fucking insane! You all sound fucking insane! I have to go into the angry German voice!
Hey, he said it, not.
Nine.
Hey, he said it, not me.
Did you put your demons to come to the fire?
Well, there were fire involved.
A thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted at the very evening of the incident. And there were no reports of the Gerdev's window pane being broken.
Done. It is written.
That's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited Garavet's household. Ah, okay. That would be... Actually, yeah, that would be cool. But it is not but it's not conceivable that the window was open at the time and... Shut the fuck up!
Technically make it the... That would technically make it the first xenomorph the entity took.
Not even remotely.
we'll find out when the lore drops for it, you know?
Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter.
Ah!
Huh?
Oh? 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 Hold on. Hey.
Does the defense postulate this scenario in all seriousness, Counsel?
Meow.
Do you earnestly claim found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garadeb's wife?
I believe it's a possibility, my lord. Huh? Wait, who said that? Oh, it was you.
Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little foreign trickster! You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward! A mean coward!
I'm not Gene Woon Hawk. Really?
Coward! Claiming that our little tiff set the whole neighborhood alight? Honestly! Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake? How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case, not any of it! All you've done is sully our family's name!
No, I assure you that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense.
Also, this is the best word because it confirmed that
I should box
telepathic
your ears,
arrangements
that's
are
what I should
canon.
do! It's utterly unforgivable! Your ears.
I'm gonna gang you up on me.
Telepathic orangutans are canon now.
Too right!
Here we go.
How long will we sit here now listening to this Nippony spouting out his fancy foreign theories?
I mean, you already sat through one of them.
You already what a case, sir. We got some authority.
But think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could have possibly stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache. He ran away from the scene, too.
I do declare you're right. It's true. You guys are all fucking
What
Lemmings.
can I tell you?
Here you go, Neo.
Hey, I thought Fitz was doing this one.
Yeah, he is. No,
I'm still here.
I sent,
Oh, you were sending me something. I thought you were telling me to read this guy's line. Is it Snake? It's Snake. Ooh.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, it's one of the derpy ones.
Huh? Sherry? What's that?
You know, I actually took a picture of a snake drinking water. You want to see it? Here you go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it, Nick. You son of a bitch.
What is
You should
it?
have fucking knew it.
It's,
no.
it's a snake drinking
What?
water. I'm muted. I took a picture of a snake drinking water.
Fucking solid snake. It's fucking solid snake.
Oh,
Actually, it's venom snake.
I don't fucking know the difference.
Oh, this one's voiced by Kiefer Sutherland.
No, that is not solid snake.
No, that is not Solid Snake.
I love that video.
Bro, Solid Snake comes out of the water. No, that is not Solid Snake. Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement.
I'm shitting myself. Don't mind me.
What is your position, Lord Van Zeeks? In truth, my lord, I feel like these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. But then one must always exercise patience in order to save the best vintage.
No! Wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been... LEG!
Leg!
You will learn my nickname is Longlegs McAsshole. I stole it from a passing through common rider, yeah. That's one for the Toku fans out there. Remember, if there's a problem, blame Decade. Honore Decado!
what he said.
If books are your predilection, my learned friend, study them on your own time.
What? No, forgive the discourtesy this time? Not for you, no.
No.
Forgive me as I place my iron boot heel on the fucking prosecution's desk.
Get your nasty ass boots off that desk!
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
Guilty!
What?
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Fuck!
Guilty.
Y'all can kiss my ass. Especially you, Bruce Fairplay.
Thank you for that unambiguous response.
That's twice now. It's over.
I'm assuming this is Sato.
Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up!
Mrs. Sato? Imagine it was fucking Kazuma.
Oh, good. I'm back now!
Have you forgotten? The battle isn't over yet?
You're not suggesting.
Of course, the defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. To convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance.
My lord, the defense acts to exercise the right to a summation examination. Stop.
Why do you want second breakfast?
Um,
I believe you still have tricks up your sleeve.
I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. This is no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. I will pass this down to my ancestor. I will dub him.
What do you mean he ate glass?
What do you mean he ate glass?
He ate glass.
Is this what my lineage has come to?
What do you mean he got hit by a
Eat
moving?
at the glass.
What do you mean you got hit by a moving carriage?
What's a car?
What's a...
I'm gonna.
The Model T doesn't exist yet.
Hold on 1 second. I should have done this a little after before, but whatever.
Wait. Huh?
I need to fix something.
Ah!
I heard that fucking doot sound now, finally. 50 years late, but, you know, still came in.
No.
It is a court system, don't you know?
What the bloody hell is a car?
Yeah. There you go. And it's boxed now. That's okay, though.
I've considered the defense's counsel's request for further summation examination of the jury. Eat my ass.
Duh.
I've determined the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure. So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination. I guess.
I don't know why that's funny to me. I guess you can do your job. Like this other thing that's been written in a tome that your assistant picked up from a 100-year-old
I presume
book.
the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman. We all, my lord. Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you to now state clearly and concisely for the court the grounds for which you find the defendant guilty of this crime.
Judicial findings. What is it?
Accused that born evidence at the scene, didn't he? Those 3 boxes.
If there was some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. Even though women were throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it?
Dearie me, you dearie me, it was only a little book. Hardly life-threatening, even with a direct hit.
I mean, it was on fire.
Nah.
And Fitz died.
Oh shit. Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be a tiny bit of trouble.
Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me the sneezes.
Thank you? Question mark?
Yes, considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems. With one notable exception, of course. My learned student friend was unable to find fault with the previous witness testimony. So the court must accept the fact that this was indeed the accused seen fleeing from the scene. And moreover...
Well,
Oh my god.
no one else was even at the scene to commit the crime. Da, 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 da. Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. I fail to see how it can be argued in any other way. Maybe the bitch boy will do something, though.
of course.
That means, I'm afraid, that during the summation examination,
It's a quirked up
it's
Japanese
essential that
man
you
with a little
establish
bit of
some other
swagger.
tangible explanation for the facts.
But how? What would even constitute a tangible explanation here?
I'm just surprised that this GIF is from the fucking Geo post show. Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
No way, Nick. That really is a snake drinking. How did you find that?
Who stabs a woman and how? These 2 details are all you need to provide. Simply give us a name and a method by which the attack was conducted.
And there I was thinking this might be hard.
But Mr. Naruhodo, you have to do it. Otherwise, this really will be where the trial ends.
No pressure then.
That's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summonation examination, please. I presume you are prepared, Counsel.
Oh, yes, my lord. Alright, Ryunosuke, focus your mind now. Clearly, the key to the summonation examination is going to be juror number 4, the maid, or should I say, Miss Giradeb?
We have a book that disappeared from the Garadets' house on the evening of the incident.
Oh God, mother-daughter ring.
And the fourth book found in the victim's hand.
There must be a way to link the two. Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I learned in my short career so far, whatever it takes.
Don't forget to keep an eye on Mrs. Garadeb and how she reacts, even to the things that other people say.
I have legs.
Hold it!
Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defendant culpability in this case?
Defending Culpability Act.
I didn't say that.
Death sentence.
Ah!
What's that? Ever speak up, lad?
Could you tell us more about that fire?
It was last winter, my grandchildren baked me a lovely cake on my birthday. It had 75 candles on top, it did. It was a sight to behold, it was.
You put candles on a cake? What? Was it some kind of devil worship?
Yes,
Oh,
praise Lucifer.
Wait.
Angel cake. Angel does
I'm just
ass. What? Huh? What? What?
Angel cake. Nick.
Yeah? Huh?
Last time I was invited out for a party, it went very different. Of course not, it was an angel cake to celebrate my birthday and Lucifer, obviously.
How,
That's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo.
Anyway, I mustered all my puff to blow them out. Only it must have blown wrong somehow. The flames didn't go out, but the candles went flying all over the room. Furniture caught and everything went up. Whole place filled with smoke.
definitely sound like devil worship to me.
Yeah, Cthulhu for Targan.
And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold. But how did you catch a cold from a fire? Are you stupid or something?
What a fiasco it was. The grandchildren, bless them, threw water all over me as they tried to put out the flames.
This old man. This old
He's
man.
so wholesome.
And then, because the whole room had filled with smoke, of course, we had to open all the windows to clear it.
I don't know why I like this animation sprite. He's just stroking his beard.
Fluffy.
The windows? We need to protect the elderly at any cost.
It's like, this dude, this is a jolly fellow. I like him.
The next thing you know, we're gonna find out that this old man and the old woman from the last case are fucking related somehow.
That would be an amazing, like, reveal.
The biting winter air rushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave it did. Got a terrible cold from it. Put me in the hospital for a while. Don't forget that birthday in a hurry.
I knew it was devil worship all along.
I'm 147,000 years old.
Something about this old man's story is playing on my mind for some reason. I'm a good Christian lad.
We need to demonstrate who.
Welcome to Bible Camp. We're all students of Jesus.
Attack the young woman.
my lord.
As well as how he or she could have done it.
Fucking amazing Vine. Shit, you can't get away from TikTok. They were just fucking doing coke.
Yeah, they were literally just doing. I fucking love Vine.
I should have been on Vine, then it died.
I was way too young.
Yes, but once again, the jurors' statements are full of personal prejudice.
I didn't really use social media back then.
A lot of them seem convinced they're right.
Hell?
Even the
Whoa,
fates
that
of
was
logical
weird.
What happened?
My headphones, I guess, disconnected briefly.
A lot of them seem convinced they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary. Racist!
No personal bias is not racism in this case.
Put them against each other to force them to accept an alternative explanation.
That is my department, my Nepalese friend.
Yeah. Well, I have to admit, Bruce Fairplay is giving us, like, fucking the broad shoulder here.
My shoulder's all broad. Born that way it was.
I don't necessarily need to find contradictions between their assertion, just a connection might do the trick. Alright, I'll see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike.
Ah, Jesus Christ!
Mass died.
That's the spirit.
My desk. I need to get this fucking desk fixed. Put back the nice hell of a box
Wait a
desk
second.
pad that I spent a lot of money on.
Objection!
Objection! These two jurors' statements clearly contradict one another.
They do? How exactly, counsel?
Don't point at me again, I told you it wasn't me!
Eh? What's that you say? Speak up, lads, speak up!
Juror number 3, do you see? Oh, me? See what, sir? Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebration last year? Why the fuck would I care? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter. Oh yes, of course, because it was an emergency! I mean, obviously if the room was filled with smoke from a fire, then you'd be mad not to open the...
Yeah.
Ah! Exactly! I'm walking over here. Now I'm walking over here.
I'm walking here, pal!
I'm walking on sunshine.
Where's the freaking gabagoo? I'm walking here. I'm walking here. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was fire in the Gerdev's household. And Mr. Gerdev had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke.
Oh my.
When there's smoke,
Hello?
fire,
Excuse me.
Excuse me!
Fuck off.
But imagine. Excuse me. No. Oh. Your
That's
number.
what I should have said to that Phoenix Wright bitch.
Who said my
I
name?
should have said to him.
Who said my name? Juror number 4, do you have something to say about that?
Wasn't juror number 4, it was me. And me.
That's a lot of tea, miss. You gotta.
It's vodka.
Miss Garradeb!
Oh, dear me! What is the meaning of this? How dare you imply that I'm hiding who I really am?
It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now.
What is it?
When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window?
What? I beg your pardon? What are you insinuating?
The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught fire as they did. I guess you could say it was a big smoke. Oh!
God.
2 number 9s.
A
A
number
number
9
9
large. Number 6 with extra dip. Number 7. 2 number 45s. 1 with cheese. And a large soda. Fat bastard. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window.
And what if I did? What if we did? Oh, all right then. Yes, you're right. My husband was frantically trying to open the window. Which can't have been easy since I continued to give him a justly deserved book battering.
Even though your house was on fire?
Seymour, the house is on fire.
No, Mother,
You
that's
never
just
stop
the
throwing
northern
into the
lights.
anger subsides. It'd be terribly bad for the nerves to do otherwise.
Of course, I should have realized. You're abusive, miss.
That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. You managed to establish that the window was open. We simply must have to add Mrs. Garradeb's formal statement.
Fitz, come here.
Hold it!
Hold on.
You just want to get this over with? How can you sit there and say something like that? A man's future is at stake here.
Well, him and me both then. Like I said before.
What?
I told you already. I'm a day laborer, why not? I don't bring home some readies with me tonight. You'll find me going face down to the Thames tomorrow morning.
Jesus Christ, what is with... What?
Gangs.
My wife was in a gang. The Rooks from Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
I don't think that's a real gang.
Neither was Crawford Starrick, but he was still the final boss. I can't believe people complain about that.
To be fair, at that point, weren't like all the bosses at that point historical figures?
No, yes and no, because Crawford Starrick wasn't real.
Yeah, that's why it's who we're talking about, yes.
Oh, I thought you meant the other way around, then yeah.
You heard me. Our missus doesn't want to mess around, you know. She can be fierce, believe you me.
But after that, they stopped. They went back to historical figures as Grand Templars. Another shining example of marital bliss, then. I like Crawford Steric. I'm probably the only ones that do, so.
Situation like this cropped up the other day. It was, well, No, it's funny, but I can't quite remember.
Sorry?
It was too frightening. That's the thing. I must have blocked it out.
Helpful. I hate all of you.
I wonder if Mr. Beach will ever be dragged into the Thames by scarf.
Don't even go there, Miss Susato. There must be some way to jog his memory about this.
Hold it!
The fourth book found at the scene of the crime shows very obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book is The Lion's Pride. The same title, in fact, as the book that Mr. Geardev told us he had been reading.
Well, I really couldn't say.
On the day in question, did you or did you not throw at your husband the copy of The Lion's Pride that he had been reading?
I did. It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, so I held it straight at him. And now you come to mention it, yes? He was rather enjoying reading it. Right.
Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset? He just hit that juror.
Was I couldn't do it to this little man? I didn't remember. At times like that, you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on, as well as you know.
I really don't. It must be.
I barely noticed I was throwing a book, much less the title of it.
What you gotta say, buddy?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. What is it, juror number 5? And Fitz died.
Literally. You know something? Oh, I remember what it was. Remember, I blocked out.
Huh?
It was listening to what the granny was saying. Brought it off, flooded back.
Yana, she's hitting people. Can we get her out?
Have a Snickers, ma'am. You aren't you when you're hungry.
And Skipper died.
Leg is really
Who are you calling a
fun.
granny, you cheeky devil? I'm Mrs. Garadab, or the maid, I'll have you know.
The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that's not because he's so used to being hit all the time.
Oh! It was about 2 weeks ago now. I just got back home after work clock. put my hand in my pocket for the wages I just earned that day. And I nearly died. There was a hole. Every last penny I dropped out.
That fucking sucks.
That's awful.
Oh dear. What a disaster. I don't care.
You haven't heard of the half of it, boy.
Boy?
The wolf was cutting up some chicken at the time. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight. I've lost the day's wages, love. Next thing I knew, the blade was whistling past my ear, stuck into the wall next to me, it did. About an inch deep.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with British people? No words, just terror.
They kind of need that money.
Your first instinct is not to throw your fucking knife.
Unless the family is particularly poor.
Bro should have got himself some new pants.
I could smell it then, you know. That god-awful stench of the Thames. I was sure it was going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you. Now, that's a real disaster, isn't it?
I'll never use the word lightly again.
Sorry. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When the women lose their rag, they'll throw anything at you. Knives, hatchets, hammers, you name it. The huntress.
Yeah.
Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Throwing household objects at people's... Well, it's so uncivilized.
Well, you threw Naruhodo across the fucking room, so...
Exactly. Well, you're not a household object, so it doesn't count.
At least attack with honor, using a bow or the like.
What? Attack? Who are you going to attack?
You.
Never mind. Anyway, this man's words.
Fucking Susato takes Kazuma's sword out and stabs Ryunosuke. That's the not guilty ending. I mean, guilty ending. Commit seppuku now.
Rather significant, I think.
Alright, we'll come back to the bow and arrow thing later, if I dare. Bow meet arrow.
Objection!
She kinda... Juror number 2's kinda bad though, sorry. Those two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection!
Good grief, you don't mean they don't contradict each other? You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, counsel, at once.
Juror number 2, do you think, perhaps, that this could be one such novel alternative? Oh my, whatever do you mean? An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back?
What are you talking about?
We demonstrate that the folk book, The Lion's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Gyarados' room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book... Oh my god, is he suggesting that fucking Miss Gyarados threw the knife and it fucking hit the victim? What the...
Fucking Looney Tunes shit.
Could have found its way from Mr. Gyarados' household to the street below? I need to look at the photograph. What up?
What's that now?
After all, Mr. Gerda could throw any number of different objects at her houseband. Isn't that right, juror number 4?
What are you insinuating now, you little beanpole?
I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she had a feeling this might be what happened. What the fuck? Gala? The hell?
Gollum.
Now listen here, you English, you Eastern Gala. As the foreman of this journey, I demand a straight answer. Impossible. You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out the house, but what? What exactly was it?
Your mom. I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. But I'm certain, at the very least, this warrants further investigation. Alright, Mr. Foreman, I'll try to explain the defense theory. The other object that found its way from the Gyarados household to the scene of the crime was...
Let me explain it to you in a language you can understand. Beep boop boop bop, beep boop boop bop, beep boop 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 bop bop.
Juror number 4, Miss Gyarados.
What now?
I must apologize in advance for this. But I need you to confirm something else for the court. This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before? Oh?
Oh.
Oh God. I'm 3 subscribers
Good Lord,
away.
Counsel, what on earth are you doing?
From what?
Do you want to end up on the naughty list?
200 subscribers, buddy.
I figured.
That's the weapon that was lodged in the victim's back, man.
My lord! Remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Gyarados were in the throes of an argument. Mrs. Gyarados was hurling anything she could at her husband, who'd been backed up against the window. A window that had been opened to clear the smoke, and through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. Man.
You can't seriously believe that. The book was found in the victim's grasp.
Are you saying that it flew out the window and across the street to land neatly in her hand?
Oh, even my missus hasn't got a name like that.
Yes, I admit there are many details we don't yet understand. But that's the point. That's precisely why. We must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. Oh my. Your eyebrows look like marshmallows.
Yeah.
Miss Gyarados, your answer, please! Have you seen this knight before or not? The Jared
Why do
number.
people in this particular series keep dying in weird and hilarious ways?
My lord, I wish to change my decision. I'm a woman of my word, after all. Thank you, madam. I guess I'll change my decision. I guess.
Yes, or agree.
You ain't seen nothing yet, bucko.
I certainly didn't see this coming, but I just don't think it'd be right for this trial to come to an end now, with so many unanswered questions.
Mr. Foreman?
Yeah, let's go.
Fitz died.
I'd have to agree. Not that I think the granny did it, mind you.
Yes, you know what? I'm not quite happy about this at the moment either. God, their arms look weird. Look like they're about to dislocate a fucking bone.
All together now, ladies and gents!
Hell yeah. We did it!
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo!
I think we really need to rework these laws. So, as a result of the defense's examination, a number of jurors' leanings have changed. 2 jurors called guilty against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of the court is divided. And the trial will continue. One of the jurors apparently is dead.
Yeah, that's fucking Miss Geradev.
Now then, Lord Von Seeks, how does the prosecution wish to proceed?
I'm way too fucking... I'm not wasting enough of this.
The trial is rapidly descending into a farce. Satan. Like the court wine, this is wine, not blood. Wine.
Wah, wah, wah.
You just see his eyes darting around. The first few sips are bitter enough. This gets louder and louder each time.
Yeah.
By the end again, just ah! But what follows is so repugnant, it's good for nothing, says Zagata. If for mine, Lord Von Zeeks, you such a thousand hole! defense has put forward a credible... I mean, that's not the right voice.
Yeah.
The defense has put forward a credible, tentative explanation for what happened. Credible? Is that your considered opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense's argument is a joke, to which I barely know how to respond, but let me start by insisting. That you all must familiarize yourself better with the relative position of those places we discussed.
What do you mean by that? What's his angle this time?
45 degrees.
Ah!
It should already be more than apparent that between the crime scene and the Garrett household runs a rather wide street, Briar Road. Which means the distance from the Garrett's house and the scene is 15 yards.
Let me see. 15 yards? That's around 14 meters.
14 meters? Oh, that's a little farther than I imagined. She fucking chucked that shit. Yeet.
She grabs the knife.
God fuck it.
Yeah, and as you all, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, rightly noticed as having pretentious significance, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, the smoldering book, waitily held by the lady of the house, traveled some 15 yards, yeah? To land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's fingers and thumb.
Love this. I do enjoy some Cocoa Light. Louise.
That is your final. Is this your final conclusion, my learned and deluded friend?
Ah!
Louise.
And did the jackknife follow a neat, identical trajectory to plunge in the middle of the victim's back?
He's modeling for the game.
This fantasy is somewhat stretching the notions of having a bad day for the victim, I think. Even those pathetic, serialized detective stories have more believable plots. What the hell does that mean, pal?
There's nothing I can say to that. Even though I find Herlock Sholmes' stories bullshit.
The prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice.
Hey, ole, 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 ole. Bezuzato?
Serialized detective stories are pathetic, aren't they? How dare he?
Maybe let's pick our battles here.
My lord, might I be allowed to speak?
As judicial assistant, you may speak for the defense, yes. Go ahead.
The prosecution may consider the idea of fantasy.
Oh god, I have the hiccups.
I got the hiccups.
But what the defense has has postulated was believable enough to persuade the jury to change its meaning. And as such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible.
Dun 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 dun.
Does that end? Juror number 4, Mrs. John Garrett, must be called to testify and submit to cross-examination. As it turns out,
Saints alive!
I'm like,
Cross-examination of a juror? Order! 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 Well, this is highly irregular. I'm starting to hate the defense.
oh my god.
The origin. It begins! Member of the jury to be summoned.
What's happening in here?
Who are you?
I'm new to the server.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Voice acting.
Oh, voice acting?
Voice acting, dumb shit, Ace Attorney.
Oh.
And unnecessary. Lord Von Zeeks.
What?
There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine.
Skipper, what you're reading right now is not.
No.
If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth in it, then both a burning book and a jackhammer.
What?
The killer is Goldberg. They did a jackknife. Wait, no, fuck jackham. And the jackknife
This is
must
some
have
amazing voice acting, guys.
flown to the
Thank
sky
you.
before the couple's eyes.
We're professionals.
Oh,
We are professionally unprofessional.
Yeah.
And we must assume they would be able to testify accordingly. Ah,
Hmm.
what you
When
say
did they add
was...
the Minecraft villager?
Don't.
Yes, sir! Constable Rowley might report for duty, sir! Then... Good morning, Herr Officer.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon.
wake your ass up.
Sorry for Joe's an orphan till now, sir! I haven't slept for a month on account of a villain who's appeared on my bite, sir!
Oh dear.
Mask to mask.
Oh, where's those these London
I just want to be tied up! Is it so brown?
Look me up.
Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more!
Oh, Rudy, my hero! Make me swim!
God, they're too straight for me.
I wish I paid. I wish I paid
Oh,
more
I hereby
attention to
reflect
Ron
the
and
defense's request.
Delilah. I wish I paid.
Oh,
I wish I paid more attention to Ron and Delilah.
Well, you know what? You can watch
Desiree.
again on YouTube.com.
You got it, Nick.
Nick, goddammit!
I'm breaking your kneecaps.
That's the sound. Hey, you hear that? That's the sound of your character sheet going in the shredder.
No.
We'll bust your kneecaps. Do up de do up
I
de
can't.
do.
You can't even have functioning lungs.
Fuck that.
God, Saturday can't get here fast enough. Anyway, and order the witnesses to the stand to testify again. State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defense's alternative explanation of events. Yes, sir!
Explode.
I need some of that delightful cocaine!
He's more sleep deprived than me.
This case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Gardeb. Believe me, a London mobby is good for his word. You see, sir, the windows on top floor of Gardeb house are top hinge casements.
Obviously, if anything had been thrown out of the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Rolly was there to make sure nothing was disturbed.
Oh, I did not take my eye off the crime scene for a minute, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir. Well, this is quite startling. Top hinge casement windows. That detail was not in the police report, Constable.
Aw.
He's doing finger touching.
Well, sorry about that. Almost a bit a little drowsy I was him. Also, we gotta ignore the fact that he mentioned a villain on his beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Jack the Ripper, baby.
You cannot excuse your sins with drowsiness every time, Constable. I'm going to suck your neck dry. No, sir!
Sorry, but
Did Ace Attorney add vampires?
No, but we're making it that.
Yeah, he's the vampire, actually.
obviously he's a vampire. I mean, look at him.
I mean, look at him.
What exactly is a top hinge casement window?
And you?
Right there.
You cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend.
Of course. Sorry.
I found it, Mr.
One.
Naruhodo. Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's room.
Alright, I'll try.
I hope you don't have memory. So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house. But at the top hinge casement window, it swings open along the upper edge, you see.
I'm glad you rectified your ignorance. A casement window, its most prominent feature, is its stay, a metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents opening? This is all news
What
to
a
me.
shitty window! Why is... Sorry, I just looked over my Twitter trends. Is like, why is Darth Pelagius, Megatron, and Joe Hendry trending?
I don't know how to answer that. I don't use Twitter.
I understand Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry should always be trending at all times. But Darth Pelagius and Megatron. Anyway, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Absolutely correct, sir! In other words, if a nook or a knife had been thrown through an open window, it would have clapped against the pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below! I mean, have you ever considered the Kobe?
No!
Ye old Kobe?
Bet.
You'll see the problems then. Good, your education in Windows is complete. Bitch. There was never any possibility of this as a book or the knife traveling 15 yards over the road. Oh, pardon me. That is, unless the window pane had been shattered by something we've discounted already.
That can't be!
Did you see that, Rory? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
God, they're into some weird shit.
Oh, yes, my darling, I saw it. That's not the right voice.
No.
Oh, yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how you crumbled before me.
Oh, Rory, you're so strong.
How is this happening? I haven't even started a cross-examination yet. and my argument's been destroyed. Get fucked.
Womp womp.
Counsel, could you drag yourself up? Did you just say wop wop? What the hell does that even mean? Counsel, can you drag yourself upright again? The court awaits your cross-examination. You will be put on the naughty list if you don't.
My
that
lord.
gets their attention every time.
Oh good, another desperate situation. I am
What's one more?
I am so fucked. I'll be right back.
Say his name and he'll dance. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh. I fucking hate summer.
I'm back.
Anyway.
Hold it!
Paul?
Paul?
How can you say that for certain?
A very good question, sir. And the answer is this. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty.
And,
Ah,
and he's died.
He did.
The eternal sleep. Death.
He should have said before, didn't he?
Did he? Can't I remember.
Never drove the straight to London town to uphold the pace of a common man. That's what the job's all about. And checking people's stabbing license. We always have to check their stabbing license. And that's all I can stand here today, beside my long-suffering wife, and tell you a Bobby's good for his word. Oh, rubbing my tired eyes, admittedly, sir.
That.
Oh, Ronnie, you're so
Don't die, it's not
nasty.
healthy.
9 more.
Oh, Rolly, you're so hot. I know, baby, I know.
Of course I am, my darling Patricia. Oh, Pat.
They're too straight for me. Ah, where's my Miles X Right fan art? Help!
Oh, I hate this.
Help!
I'm sorry, I'm British in a different timeline.
Neo, help!
Wine tastes like shit.
What?
I know you be blogging Ace Attorney art on Tumblr.
Yeah?
I need
What?
it. Where is it? Where
What do you
is it?
mean?
I need a gay in my
I
vein.
hate it.
Oh, Ronnie.
No, none of this is what I meant. This is too straight. You'd be gay. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Miss Gerda?
Oh, say, sir. You should have said so earlier, sir.
Yes, well, so could you answer the question? That was a waste of time then.
Absolutely, sir. I will answer with the fullest of my abilities, sir. As a surprising way it's avoid me and Mr. and Mrs. Garrodeb's domestic dispute couldn't be related to this case. But before I get into that, sir, just one thing.
Yes?
I very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard. So I hope you take back some of the tales of us London bobbies and how we uphold our guarded principles.
I wasn't planning on going back just yet. I've only just arrived here. 2 days back.
You should return home.
No.
Trickster's
So
pickup
to the-
animation has been updated.
So to that end, sir, I'm happy to lend you more warrant card for you to peruse. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears.
Thank you, I'll try. read this real quick.
There's puzzle aboard you, sir!
Nah. Item 1. The policeman will strive to preserve the peace within its allotted beat. Item 2. A patrolling officer is expected to walk 20 miles around his beat every day for the furtherance of community relations. Item... Oh, wait. Okay. Item 1. Any crimes fall under the jurisdiction of the beat in which they are discovered. Item 2. When a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives. I'm not crying, bro. I'm not crying. What?
Hold it!
Pepper spray!
Ah, my eye!
Ruined now, aren't ya?
By which you mean they don't open fully, is that correct?
Yes, son! Just settle out a bit of that through the house, you say? So they're restricted as to much ain't open. And therefore, anything thrown out the window from inside the room would simply strike the pane and fall into the street directly below. But clearly, allow me to mark the map.
Right there.
Here is the location where objects would have fallen. Yes. Directly opposite the scene of the crime, on the other side of the rather wide road.
Someone must have moved the body then. Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top hinge casement thing before?
Well, we expect everyone here to be British, not you.
Got me that. Well, I have another question for you, Constable.
And what would that be, sir?
How do you even know? Why would you have any idea what sort of window Mr. and Mrs. Garrett's house is furnished with?
Oh, well, sir, that's very simple. As they are up with the investigation yesterday.
Hello?
Excuse me.
Hello?
Hello?
Do you have something to add, Miss Beat?
Sorry.
You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that?
Oh, I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Oh my god, I think I just realized what
And
happened.
of course I feel terrible for a poor woman who was attacked. Don't misunderstand me, please.
What?
I think Patricia and Rolly moved the body so it would be under their beat.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? I hate these two, I hate these two, I hate these two, I hate these two.
We were just so lucky it didn't happen on Rolly's head. It was just so close, you see.
Oh.
It was so close, you see.
Oh, I hadn't realized.
Couldn't it have hit him?
Maybe?
Oh, yes, that's the street. Briar Road. That's the boundary between Rolly's beat and the next one.
Did that would explain the dent on his hat.
Is that right, my lord?
Would that explain the dent?
Probably
Hello?
not. Constable Beat!
capital business.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I see how that's when I was helping out with the interview and the occupants of the Garabin household yesterday. That house is on my beat, and you say, sir?
That really was cutting it close then.
Oh wait, no, they moved it so it wouldn't be on their beat because they were celebrating their wedding.
Damn, well... I still hate these two.
Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something. If
Nah.
the Garadeb household is on your beat, does that mean that the pavement next to it is as well?
Outside Mr. Garadeb's house? Yes, ma'am. A pavement on that side of the road is put on my beat.
I see. I was unaware of that.
Just think, if the woman had been attacked just on the other side of Briar Road, we would never have been able to go to that meet to celebrate our wedding.
And there it is.
Yep.
That's the life of a body, after all.
Extraordinary people out there. It's tirelessly working for the benefit of all Londoners. Nice list.
Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Rolly for all his hard work.
Christianity in my Ace Attorney game?
Don't you think so, my darling?
Alrighty.
Fucking Rolly with the fucking Riz. Rolly more like Risley, if you know what I mean. Ayo!
That must be it, Pat, my love. That must be it.
I think perhaps we should make sure we have that information officially on record.
Leave it to me, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll take care of it immediately.
Thanks.
And now it's my turn, I think.
That was an interesting set of events.
Nah.
Obviously, if anything, I've been thrown out the window.
Hold it!
Nothing to report.
That's correct, sir. Oh, my eyes open the entire time. Never looked away for a second. No one else approached the scene. Nothing else removed from it. I could slide to that on the odds on sir.
Really? That seems a little strange.
Hey, why you speak like us British people? Aren't you Japanese?
Well, they have to. He's Japanese, but he knows British. He speaks British to these British white people, and only Japanese to his fellow Easterners.
Over your fall here, didn't you speak British over in Japan?
No.
Calling out your accent. Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular to me.
Stop. This burnt copy of the Lion's Pride was originally in the Garrett household. So the question remains, how did it find its way into the hand of the victim? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time?
Uh-huh! Could be a different copy, sir. Would it just happen to be but as well? Bullshit!
Even if it were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from the photographic print, she had a bag over her shoulder.
Well, sir, that book was in Noah's hand from the moment we rode inside.
Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. The two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and how the book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them.
Yeah, bullshit.
Can I ask you something, please, Mr. Lawyer, sir?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell.
Yeah. What? I wasn't really. I mean, what's she doing?
Please, just because I'm a woman, it doesn't make my testimony any less valuable.
Bitch!
You might not see me as the wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word, I am.
I really don't remember ever suggesting that I doubted you.
No excuses, I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard! My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you?
I'm an independent white woman. I don't need no man.
Yes, Miss Beat. I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one.
That was a very loud mutter.
I heard that! That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he?
I didn't say that.
No, sir! I won't let you get away with something like that, and I really won't!
Duly noted, Miss Beat. Please, I humbly ask you to continue.
What could she possibly be about to say, I wonder?
What? What do you gotta say? I think there's a new dialogue.
I know what I saw. My eyes never let me down. My sense of direction's a little off sometimes, though.
What?
Hold it!
Miss Beat, nobody questioning what you told us. He's gonna bop me, y'all.
I saw that! I did! That evening! I saw it clearly! That little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene!
You know, what if that description is just a fucking Soseki's cat?
And I know what I didn't see as well. And I can see flaming books and knives flying through the sky!
All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction.
sorry.
What?
Ayo?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Constable Beat, is there a problem?
Oh god.
The fucking portal.
No, sir. No problem, sir.
Did your wife remark just now? Bringing something to mind, perhaps?
In a way, sir. Yes, sir. I was just remembering the same thing happened that evening, is all.
You mean Miss Beat lost her way on the night of the incident?
Well, you say I set off before the police box at the next bait over from mine. And she going a fair bit longer than I was expecting. Thought she'd be back in sort of 10 minutes, but my darling was gone a good 15.
Yeah, they're into some freaky shit.
oh, Rolly, you're such a tease. But the reason I was so long was because of the hot bouquet, see? Okay.
Flowers. Yum.
What?
The bouquet?
Sorry, what bouquet are you talking about?
Oh, it was a present for our wedding anniversary. Rolly's so romantic. He saved up for it with farthings and halfpennies he found in the gutter or doing his rounds.
The gutter? Yes, how romantic?
I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling? Had you, my darling?
Ah! Oh yeah! Well, that was just between us. You're talking about anyone else, darling? If the prom is...
Really? Oh,
What was that all about? Constable Beat looked very obviously troubled during that exchange.
I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Mrs. Beat about the bouquet.
Miss Beat, this bouquet you just mentioned. I'd like you to add details about it to your testimony, please.
Oh, really? Yes, I'd love to.
I don't get flowers.
I can buy myself
What happened
flowers.
was I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while.
I don't know the lyrics to this song. Do I look like I listen to Miley Cyrus?
No.
I literally only know it from TikToks.
You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, that's right. I was so upset. When we ran over and saw it was a woman with a knife in her bag, I was so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in a dark spot where the street lights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice at first.
And then you went to the police box to report to the policeman whose beat it was on.
Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constables, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again. But the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all.
I guess reminding Miss Bates, the victim is not deceased.
I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road.
Your husband, presumably?
That's right. Silly me, I'd gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although I'm going to blame the bouquet this time, I can't think how it got there. I really can't.
So the bouquet somehow moved from one side of the Brea Road to the opposite.
Curious indeed.
Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick the bouquet up again when we left the scene. That beautiful rose Rolly bought me, with that change from the gutter he spent so long collecting.
What was that?
By bouquet, do you perhaps mean this? Sorry, Solitingle Solitary Rose?
One.
Yes, that's it. That's the bouquet Rolly bought me for our anniversary with his old bits of change he found in the gutter.
Maybe just call it a rose.
Tell us, Lord Van Zeeks, where did you come by the flowers? According to support by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation, it was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Garadeb household.
In front of the Garadeb's house?
Also, it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamp cast no light. It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Could I have it back now?
Huh. No, I think for good measure, this rose should be added to the court record as evidence.
Oh,
Babe. Give me that.
but it's a symbol of our love. I want it back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back.
Good grief! Rest assured, we'll do our very best not to forget, Miss Beat. Ugh.
Objection!
We'll save it here.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Getting tired.
Oh Matt, did you see first look at Lady Deadpool? Or first look at her outfit?
I did.
Aw.